Imagine two people. The first spends 10 years saving their first 1 lakh rupees. The second earns the next 1 lakh rupees in just 18 months. Did the second person suddenly become smarter? Not really. Something invisible changed. Here's the strange part. The hardest money you'll ever make isn't your first crore. It isn't even your first 10 lakh. It's your first 1 lakh rupees. Because once you reach that milestone, money starts behaving differently. No, it's not magic. It's psychology. It's habits. And it's one powerful force that Albert Einstein supposedly called the 8th wonder of the world. Today, let's understand why the first 1 lakh rupees feels almost impossible. When most people start earning, they imagine saving money will be easy. I'll just save 10,000 rupees every month. Simple. But then life happens. Rent, food, petrol, Netflix, coffee, online shopping, weekend trips, a new phone. Suddenly, the month ends and your bank balance looks exactly like it did before your salary arrived. Sound familiar? This isn't because you're bad with money. It's because our brains are wired to enjoy rewards today more than rewards tomorrow. Psychologists call this present bias. If I offer you $500 today or $600 next month, many people choose $500 today, even though waiting gives them more money. Our brains are designed to value immediate pleasure. That's why buying a new gadget feels exciting. Saving for retirement doesn't. This is the first reason building your first 1 lakh rupee feels painfully slow. You're constantly fighting your own brain. Let's meet Rahul. Rahul gets his first job earning 35,000 rupees a month. He tells himself, I'm going to become rich. Month 1, he buys a better phone. Month 2, friends plan a Goa trip. Month 3, he upgrades his bike. Month 4, a sale appears online. Month 5, a wedding invitation. Nothing Rahul bought was unnecessary. Each purchase made perfect sense. But together, they quietly stole his future wealth. This is called lifestyle inflation. Every salary increase creates new expenses instead of bigger investments. Most people don't stay poor because they earn too little. They stay poor because every extra rupee immediately finds a new place to disappear. Money is like water. If your bucket has holes, no matter how much water you pour in, it never fills. Here's something surprising. Saving your first 1 lakh rupee isn't mainly a math problem. It's a behavior problem. Imagine pushing a heavy car. At first, nothing happened. You push harder. Still nothing. Then suddenly, the car starts moving. Keeping it moving becomes much easier. Your first 1 lakh rupees works exactly the same way. The beginning feels unfair. Every rupee saved feels tiny. You wonder, will 500 rupees really change my life? But wealth doesn't grow in straight lines. It grows in curves. The early phase always looks boring, which is why most people quit before seeing results. There's a famous story about the Chinese bamboo tree. For years after planting it, nothing appears above the ground. You water it, take care of it, protect it. Still, nothing. Then suddenly, within a few weeks, it shoots up several feet. Did it grow overnight? No. It spent years building roots. Money works the same way. Your first 1 lakh rupee isn't just money. It's your financial root system. While your bank balance is slowly growing, something much more important is happening. You're becoming someone who saves, someone who invests, someone who delays gratification, someone who thinks. After 1 year, that 1 lakh rupee becomes 1,12,000 rupees. Interesting. But here's what's different. Aman didn't earn the extra 12,000 rupees by working. His money worked. Now imagine he keeps adding investments every month. The next 1 lakh comes faster, then even faster. Eventually, investment returns begin contributing more than his savings. That's the moment everything changes. Because now, your money has started helping you build more money. Unfortunately, many people stop just before this point. Why? Because humans love visible progress. Imagine going to the gym. After 1 week, nothing changes. 2 weeks, still nothing. Most people quit. The people who continue eventually see results. Wealth building follows the exact same pattern. The rewards arrive late, but once they arrive, they grow surprisingly fast. This is called the compound effect. Tiny actions repeated consistently, creating enormous outcomes. A simple example. Let's play a small game. Imagine two friends. Neha spends 300 rupees every day on things she barely remembers. Coffee, snacks, food delivery, impulse shopping. Nothing seems expensive. 300 rupees isn't much. But over 1 year, that's more than 1 lakh rupees. Now, imagine instead she invests that amount regularly. She hasn't become richer overnight. She simply redirected money she was already spending. The difference between wealthy people and everyone else often isn't income. It's direction. Money always moves. The only question is it moving toward assets or away from them? Here's the biggest lesson nobody talks about. Your first 1 lakh rupee changes who you believe you are. Before reaching it, you think, I'm trying to save money. After reaching it, you think, I'm an investor. That's a massive psychological shift because our actions follow our identity. Someone who sees themselves as fit naturally exercises. Someone who sees themselves as financially responsible naturally saves. The bank balance matters, but the identity matters even more. Imagine standing at the top of a snowy hill. You roll a tiny snowball. At first, it barely moves. Then, it gets slightly bigger, a little faster, then bigger. Eventually, it becomes so large that it grows on its own. That's wealth. Your first 1 lakh is the tiny snowball. It's slow, frustrating. Sometimes it even feels pointless. But every rupee makes the snowball just a little larger. Eventually, momentum takes over. So how do you actually reach your first 1 lakh rupee? Not through one lucky investment, not through crypto hype, not by trying to get rich overnight. Instead, follow 4 simple rules. First, pay yourself first. The moment your salary arrives, invest before spending, not the other way around. Second, increase your investments every time your income grows. If your salary increases by $10,000, don't spend all $10,000. Invest half. Future you will thank you. Third, automate everything. Remove willpower from the equation. Automatic SIPs work because they eliminate daily decisions. Good financial systems beat motivation every single time. Fourth, be patient. The first 1 lakh rupees isn't supposed to feel fast. It's supposed to teach you discipline. And discipline creates wealth far more reliably than intelligence. Here's something worth remembering. Most people believe becoming wealthy is about finding the perfect investment. It's not. It's about surviving the boring phase long enough for compounding to begin. The first 1 lakh rupee isn't valuable because of the number itself. It's valuable because of the person you become while earning it. You learn patience. You learn discipline. You learn delayed gratification. You learn that wealth isn't built in one big moment. It's built in hundreds of small decisions that nobody notices. One skipped impulse purchase, one extra investment, 1 month of consistency, then another, and another. One day you'll look back and realize the hardest part was never making more money. It was becoming the kind of person who could keep it. So if you're still chasing your first 1 lakh rupee, don't get discouraged. You're not behind. You're in the hardest phase of the journey. Keep pushing. Because once that financial snowball starts rolling, it becomes much easier to keep it moving.
And remember, the first 1 lakh doesn't just change your bank balance, it changes your future. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more simple explanations on money psychology, investing, and wealth building. Because understanding money is often more powerful than simply earning more of it.